Hey everybody, here's what I've been doing last 3 days. I got about 135 of these units. Each one contains a press to test lamp, a switch guard, a toggle switch, and a panel light. The process I use for taking these things apart is I have to take these 4 flathead screws out on the front and then again on the back. Then I got to cut the wires. Then I got to pry the lighting panel off, which gives me something that looks like this. Got to take the top off the press to test, remove the bulb, get rid of that nut right there, that nut right there. These pop out. And then I got to hit that with a hammer and shock it, because every one of them is gilded. And just remove that nut. And that leaves me with all this stuff here. In case you don't know what a press to test lamp is, it's just a regular lamp. There's a light bulb inside there, which is pretty large. And you press on it and it lights up. That way you know if something's supposed to light up because of a malfunction or whatever, an indication. That way you can just randomly check it and say, is it working? Yes, it is. So that's what that is. We got the early style bulb holders. That red part is where the plexiglass goes, or whatever kind of early plastic they used. And it holds a bulb, and that's all there is to it. So we just got a whole bunch of good miscellaneous stuff here as well. Plenty of panel nuts. These things are worth their weight in gold. Anyways, it's around 7 o'clock. Temperature is 75 degrees. The humidity is 68%. I think it's about 680% or 6,800%, because the last 2 or 3 days have been absolutely miserable. It suns and then it rains, and then it suns and then it rains. My welds won't cool down out here. I can't cool down right here. About 9 o'clock this morning, I spilled water there, and it's still wet. 11 hours ago. Here's a press I built. It's got a 30-inch bed, much larger than the previous press I have been using. The reason I built this is so I can make the shape right here. These are the units that will go together to make the flight deck floor. I got a die set I made. Just like that. I need to attach that to the ram. And then, theoretically, once I get all the bugs worked out and get some lubrication in here, I should be able to make one, move it, make another, and so on and so forth. And that'll give me 25.5 inches, unlimited length of flight deck floor, corrugated aluminum, that I'll use both for 083 and for restoring the aft compartment of 42-13-571. I've been installing a lot of press to test lamps and a lot of switches. It is starting to look like a real B-36 back here. Let's go have a look inside. It's going to be nice once I get that so I can fit that in there. Oh, but here we go. I just got done installing these breakers. They're just random amps. I don't know. I could put the right ones in there if I had them, but the majority of what I got are 5 amp. Bang. Oh gosh. Here's a 20. But anyways, here's all the press to test that I installed on on this side. These should say engine 1 through 6. Be nice if I could find those, or I'll make them. We'll figure it out. It's been exciting. It's been fun reaching back here with the press to tests and the switches and trying to get them all in there. But I got them in there. I still got to go with all these amp gauges and whatnot, watt gauges, and 1, 2, 3, 4, gosh, like 8 potentiometers that need to go in there. I've never actually seen a B-36 that has all of these installed, but I just couldn't stop myself. And I think it looks really cool. The cover, which is right there, it fits right on there perfectly. I don't know if I showed you these up here. I showed you in one of my earlier videos, but 6 of these will go side by side right there. These are the ignition switches for the Pratt & Whitney radial R4360s, Wasp majors. Something cool I picked up in Texas is one of these guys right here. What this does is, I gotta turn off that light. What that does is, when they featherweighted these aircraft, they removed this to reduce drag, and they put a big flat plug in here. So they could still celestial navigate. This installs up there when that plug, and that hole, which it has a door on it, which I can't demonstrate one-handed, with that crank, it shuts that door, and you could stick a periscopic sextant up through there, and that's how they would navigate before they, or after they did away with the Astrodome. So I'm probably gonna build that plug. It'll be pretty easy, just so I can demonstrate that in the future. It's pretty neat. Please don't fall. Other than that, I'm thrilled that I've got a surplus of press to test lamps. It's pretty neat. A month ago, 2 weeks ago, one press to test lamp was just unbelievably awesome to have, and now I've got them everywhere. It's a nice problem to have. In terms of illuminating this stuff, a lot of these press to tests, these were laying in scrap piles and along the sides of buildings and stuff. Not only do they have the sand from Davis Monthan Air Force Base on them and in them, they're rusty and there's the gilding. So not only am I going to have to polish these, but I'm going to have to take every one of them apart and clean it. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully they make an LED bulb that can replace the incandescents in here, because that's a lot of power. I don't know what volt they are. They're either 12 or 28. We'll figure it out. But that's not going to happen tomorrow, so no reason to sweat that. And I am sweating. I'll see y'all next time.